Hi, I'm Jason Grover for ThatShelf.com, and we're here to look at Rumours Live.
Big shelf.
Rumours, what's to say? Everybody's talked about it. It's well established as being an incredible classic record. Fleetwood Mac in August 29th, 1977, did a concert, and this got recorded. And this is one of those rare times that actually got a chance to sort of compare apples to apples, as it were, apples to oranges, whichever way you want to look at it, to see whether or not there actually is a difference or not. This is here the unlimited edition crystal clear vinyl, which was only available, I believe, from independent record stores, and this is the black vinyl version, also from an independent record store, ironically. As it says on the hype sticker, includes the hits "Dreams," "Go Your Own Way," "Say You Love Me," "The Chain," etc. These hypothetically should sound identical. The only difference is the quality of the pressing and the nature of the plates. This will be a digitally cleaned up recording. It's not something crazy in analog, but nonetheless, you have essentially here two things that should be identical. We're not getting into the hot stamper and all that kind of nonsense, but we're just trying to determine here which of these actually makes sense to buy. So if you look here at the crystal clear, this is one of those. So it's done with the clear. Now, back in the day, color vinyl, clear vinyl was not particularly great for most things. Weirdly, some color vinyl is much better, especially in the early 70s when the actual black vinyl tended to be recycled, so there was more nonsense sort of put into the record, whereas this had to be pressed with virgin vinyl. Again, it's never an obvious question, like, should I get this version or should I get the other version? This is certainly prettier. It looks cool on your turntable. It's a little bit more of a pain in the ass to actually see where the actual track breaks are, but it's okay, because you should just be putting a record on and just watching it as it is. The black vinyl in my little sleeve looks, again, like a Rumours record. No particular drama. The pressing itself is flat. There's some light scuffing on the top, but nothing major. We have here B1, I don't know, BI1426501AA. And if I look at the exact same thing on here, it should hypothetically, if we have the right album, say pretty much the same thing. Let's see. Yeah. Same letters there. Even harder to read, obviously. But nonetheless, again, same stamper, same element, like they should be the same. So, it's hard to do an A-B with this, especially when you're sort of doing it. I could do blindfold tests. I could have a friend come over and do it, but, well, I just put it on, set it at the same volume, and sort of decided which one of the two of these sounded better. And you know what? If you put on the clear one, it's totally fine. It sounded great. This is a great sounding record, all things considered. Sure, it's a little bit compressed as a live record. Of course it is. Like the actual performance would have had gone through some compressors. But the clear sounded fantastic, and then I put on the black and it sounded a little bit better. I don't know. Why is it better? Is it psychosomatic? Is it so different that you put it on like, oh my God, I cannot believe the clear one is totally crap? No, it's not that at all. But between the two of them, I felt that the kick drum was pumping a little bit more. That the sense of space, the sense of ambience, especially when the right at the beginning of the first track. I mean, it seemed that it opened up more. I would go back; it felt closed with a clear and a little bit more open with this. Again, is this me just fooling myself? I don't know. I don't think so. But nonetheless, that's entirely possible. But it was interesting to me. It's not like one had more surface noise. It's not like one was so clearly inferior that the vinyl itself sounded, icky. There was no more pops on one than the other. Once they're actually cleaned through my degrader, they both play perfectly fine. I just found from the two of them, the one that sounded a little bit better, a microscopically amount better, was the black version. Is that normal? Well, that's usually what people say. It's like, stop fussing with the colorants and all that stuff, and that sort of go with the version that's the straight up pressing. The issue is this, and this is where we get into longer conversation. So often the clear one is pressed, sometimes with a little bit more care, and sometimes, because of the smaller run, can get away being pressed at a much better pressing plant. Whereas the black one, when it's being done in such huge numbers, It's really hit and miss about what you get. You can get terrible versions of this, or you can get really good ones, depending on the lottery of where it was pressed, what day it was pressed, who was pressing it, etc. Because the numbers are so much bigger, you have a greater, and it's therefore done at multiple locations. You have a slightly more challenging time of actually nailing it down. Whereas these sort of indie exclusive ones, or the record store days, is where this comes up to, because they're done in relatively limited numbers, they can actually be given a little bit more care. The vinyl compounds can be a little bit more tuned to the actual release. So occasionally, the limited edition will actually sound quite a bit better that you put on the black vinyl version, despite the fact that on paper or on vinyl it's supposed to be better. A lot more surface noise, a lot more gunk, paper embedded in it, etc. But thanks to, Fleetwood Mac, which have done an extraordinary job with much of their catalog, actually presenting it in a very exceptional way, on vinyl and digital for that matter, you get two excellent versions. And if you want the clear one, because it, might, for collectors, might be a little bit better in the long run, sure. But I think the one that's probably going to be for me is the black vinyl version, and I got a friend who's going to want the clear one, and he will enjoy the heck out of it. Gotta say, for what it's worth, both of them sound great. I know some people were wanting to find nits to pick with it, but just kicking it on, listening to the Chain live, what a record. It's so played that it's sometimes easy to forget just how much of a goddamn masterpiece this record is, and sometimes it takes these sort of new arrangements within a live context to remind you what good band they were right at that period. Just astonishing. Anyway, there's my look at 2 copies of Rumours, just to give you something to consider as part of your vinyl purchase. I hope that helped a lot. Let me know in the comments about which one you have and what you actually think about it. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Jason Gore for ThatShelf.com. Please visit our website. It really would help a lot. Follow us on social media. Subscribe and to this channel. That would be great as well. And we will see you next video. All the best. Take care.